Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Let me see who was here first. So did anything interesting happen this afternoon? Lady Metatrons, thank you so much for being here first. Which reminds me, I need to get my slides up. Okay. Okay, come on, slides. Okay, slides are coming. Noreen Bengali, thank you for being here. Joyce Anderson, Emerald Derrick, Annie Bullard, ha ha ha. Karen with a C, Karen with a C, thank you so much for being here. Connie Balmer, hey Connie Balmer. Okay, so slides are ready. You probably have heard the breaking news. Kate Middleton breaks cover. Smiling Princess of Wales is pictured with Prince William. So you can see the photos. Now, of course, I am unable to share those videos with you. That would not be prudent. That would cause trouble. But you can see those photos on uh, the two, the one in the middle and the one on the left. And then on the right side, strangely enough, they were running that particular image along with some others. They were running those images yesterday for some odd reason. They wanted us to believe that that was Kate Middleton as of yesterday. And then today, I guess after much negotiation, whoever has the images that we can see today, they must have come to a deal or a conclusion or whatever, and now they're available to the public. So there's a video. Kate is walking very fast in the video, very fast. So here's what we had yesterday. It also included this. So the Sun ran with this image, and the Daily Mail ran with the one on the upper right there. Okay. And both were very deceptive. You had to look at the small print to realize that those photos are, from last year sometime. And which was, like I said, very deceptive. Why they would have done something like that, I have no clue, but they thought that was a good idea. And that did nothing but frustrate people. Oh, okay. There we go. But yeah, that did nothing but frustrate people. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just glancing at something. Okay, let me go to the next slide here. I'll take a look at a couple of your comments there. Hi, Joan Garcia. Sharon Augustine, hello. Yalibi, hi. Still working, but absolutely listening. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ingrid Soares, thank you. Ingrid wants to say hi to a couple of people. We're always glad to help out with that. Hello, Marcia Ware, Janice Goodrich. Okay, just scrolling through. Please don't forget to hit that like button. All right, very cool. All right, next. Kate Middleton breaks cover, Smiling Princess of Wales. Now, there are some people that are saying that's not Kate. I just want to draw your attention to how thin whoever this person is. I want you to notice how thin this person is. Knobby knees, skinny legs. And, even though Kate has been very thin, because of her many wardrobe failures, we know that Kate has somewhat beefy thighs for someone her size. And it just, I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure that that's Kate. I'm just not sure. I'm not convinced that that's Kate. It, of course, it's a blurry image, and probably deliberately they wanted to make sure we didn't have anything that would give you much to draw attention to, especially considering their track record lately. But there are some people that are just convinced that that's not her. I'm somewhere on the fence about it. I don't know what I believe anymore. And I don't feel bad about that because we have been lied to. They have misled, and when I say they, I mean Kensington Palace. They have been misleading on several occasions. They have misled the public about Kate's whereabouts, and still it does not explain the secrecy. Why so much secrecy? Why shroud all of this in secrecy? Even a statement saying that she's um, not improves to a point that is satisfactory or whatever, all of this could have been avoided if this is indeed Kate Middleton. I'm just not super convinced. Lisette Zog, thank you so much for the super sticker. Baron, the busiest super, thanks for your hard work. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, double gagger, right? It just, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel as though I'm being sold a bill of goods. I don't feel secure enough to say that, yes, that is Kate Middleton. I'm not prepared to say that. What's going on with her face? That's a good question. That is a good question. Um, okay, I did crop so you can see. Um, yes, they said abdominal surgery, and I would imagine that, of course, you could lose weight from having abdominal surgery. I won't deny that, but something is a bit off. And also, if there had been a surgery, why is she carrying the bags? Why is she carrying a bag? Why are they mirroring each other's movement, both carrying the bags in their left hand? Why is she carrying a bag? And also, is she wearing gloves? I couldn't tell. I could not tell if she's wearing gloves. I should not think so, but it is possible. I don't know. But I hope everyone's had a chance to see the video. I do hope everyone has had a chance to see the video. Oh, okay. So you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, Annie Bullard. Yeah, it just, is this another body double? Because okay, let's take one more look at a distance, right? So they're doing the whole mirrored movement thing, not successfully, but somewhat of a mirrored movement. No, it's not actually, just that they both have the bags in the right hand. They say when people are in sync with one another, that they walk at the same pace. Their legs are, you know, you're both leading with the same foot. Clearly, they're not. Looks like Kate is right foot, William is left foot, as though they're not actually acquainted with one another, dare I say. Also, Kate has not been seen publicly for over 80 days. And it seems as though this Kate is not wearing any makeup. And knowing that there's this big question all over the world, where is Kate Middleton? Where is Kate Middleton? And you're not wearing any makeup. Now, I applaud her if she decides, hey, I don't care what people think. I'm just a mom going to the farmer's market, but still very unusual. No miraculous blow dried hair and no makeup. Yeah, why is she carrying a bag? Why is she carrying a bag after abdominal surgery? That does not make sense. None of that makes sense. Hoppo, who those people? Hoppo, who those people? Why are they gaslighting folks? That's not Kate. I promise you, that just does not look like Kate to me. It doesn't look like Kate. It just does not. Okay. And then if that is Kate, explain this then. This Kate, even the grainy image of Kate, her face is very full. And that was what, 2 weeks ago? Her face is extremely full. Then why is this Kate so thin? And this Kate looks as though, admittedly, you can only see from like whatever, from the coat collar or whatever up. But that is a very beefy looking Kate because I tell you, one thing that Pippa and her mother have in common is that both of them, their faces are very full. Her mother has a very full face, and Pippa has a very rounded face. Kate has always had a very angular face, right? So, given the somewhat angled appearance of Kate's face, okay, these are bad examples, but given the angled appearance of Kate's face, then how is it? Okay, that one right there, I think that is from 2023. Those are the ones that they were trying to sell yesterday as Kate Middleton. Even though, yes, in the small print, it did say that it was from 2023. But still, why would you lead people to believe that these were the actual photos? They know that when you snap on the image, right? And also, one other thing, because she was seen at the farmer's market yesterday, allegedly, and they knew that somewhere somebody was negotiating the purchase of that video, certainly. And because of that, you know what the image looks like. They've sent you a sample of it. You see this very gaunt, very thin, maybe Kate, maybe not Kate. And then you run these images of Kate right after one of those treatments that they said she never had, where they make your face look plump and younger. Yeah, this is Kate looking as though she had one of her sessions. I'll just call it a session. Her esthetician. Yeah, I'll just say esthetician just to be polite because for the record, they said that she's never had any Botox. So, okay, let's pretend like she's never had Botox. Although, one thing we know for sure, Kate's appearance is ever evolving. Her appearance has evolved on several occasions. And this is just another incarnation of Kate Middleton. But this time, you just can't be sure that is Kate. I don't believe that that's her. I do not believe that that's Kate Middleton. Please don't forget to hit that like button and also consider supporting this channel with a Royal Sussex membership, still a bargain at just $4.99. So you take a look there, and I have some issues with that. Kate's very pronounced jawbone, right? Her jawbones are more pronounced. Her face is more pronounced than that. And this whoever this person is has this very squirrely looking face. No offense to her, but she looks kind of squirrely by comparison, even with a weight loss. Speaking of which, Miraculously, in 2 weeks, you've gone from that face on the left side to this face on the right side. The face of someone who may have had a stroke, may have been on steroids, to the face on the right side of someone who is very gaunt and very thin. So, who is that person on the left? And a better question is, who is the person on the right? Who are those people? There's just something very, very strange about all of this. And then, of course, the massive secrecy. Still, there's no explanation for the massive secrecy. Why so much secrecy? Why have we been so secret, so cloak and dagger about everything? We'll give you an update when we want to give you an update. More or less, that's what they were saying, is that you will get an update from us when we are ready to give you an update and not a moment sooner. That just seems very, very odd. I don't get the secrecy. Now, if someone in Kensington Palace, if one of the family members at the Kensington Palace, let's say, I don't know, William, has some chemical reasons that he would be super paranoid about everything, um, I can understand that. I don't like it, but I can understand that. But it seems as though there's been like some injection of super paranoia. Wait a minute. How is that possible? 30 months membership? Elaine Parker, 30 months of membership? Wasn't it just like 24 months a week ago? Wow, thank you so much. 30 months you have been supporting Royal Sussex. You have been supporting this mission to support the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And I thank you for it. Greatly appreciate it. So, you all, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. I just, if that is not Kate Middleton, then they are selling us a bill of goods, right? They have orchestrated one of the greatest deceptions to ever have evolved from that family, from that monarchy. If that is true, then they have perpetuated a deception like we've never experienced before. And there are going to be people that are going to pick this video apart. And if there's anything that is inconsistent about this video, we're going to find out about it. We're going to find out about it. Even if the woman in the video has signed a non disclosure agreement, whoever she is, we will find out about it. And thank you very much, Elaine Parker, for the super sticker. And as always, thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. But something is just very inconsistent about this whole thing. Why put people through this ordeal of where is Kate Middleton? Where is Kate Middleton? It has been going on for weeks now. And so in the 11th hour, they have decided to try once again to convince us that this is Kate Middleton, not the other images, but this one for certain, not the woman who turned her face away from the camera in the back of that Range Rover, if there was indeed someone in that seat. And then you have this very weird thing about Obama being over there, but I'll get to that later. So take a look at this right here, if you don't mind. This, of course, is from, let me see here. I need to make that bigger so I can see it. Okay. It says uh, the following announcement is made by Royal Communications. We we have seen the concern for our beloved subjects. I'm sorry. We have seen the concerns of our beloved subjects. We write to you today to confirm that no deaths have occurred within the royal family. No unnatural deaths specifically. There may have been a death or of two natural wait a minute. Is this a gag? And will not and God will not. Let me see. You know what? I think this one is a gag. I thought, wait a minute. I thought, ah, wait a minute. I think this one is a gag. Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I think I have the proper one someplace else. I do believe I do. Gracie and Fawabi, that woman on the picture is not Wadey Katie unless she had facial surgery. That woman looks like a model acting to be Kate. Remember, Kate looks like a man waist down. Thank you, Gracie. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Yeah, I mean, it's true that the women in the Middleton family do have those very narrow hips, and they're rather, they're very straight up and down. That is true. Let's see. Joan Garcia says, Baron, I'm still staying up late, laughing and hanging out with you and our squatty family. Plus, squatties are not as stupid as they think we are. Here, here. And thank you so much for 26 months membership. Wow, these numbers are really climbing up. I'm just like, wow, 30 months, 26 months. How is that possible? I keep asking, but thank you all for the support. Big Mama says, Baron, I'm still. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. Okay. The royal family has lost credibility. Everyone, they are the only one who believes this hype. They only have to produce the real Kate, and the speculation will stop. Here, here. Thank you so much, Big Mama, for your comment. Yes, produce the real Kate Middleton. Produce the real Kate Middleton, and all of this goes away. All of this goes away. Just produce the real Kate Middleton. All right, I see that like button is cranking up. Please remember to hit that like button. Smash that like button. Do a thumbs up or do a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. Engagement is engagement, but express your contempt and hostility for Royal Sussex by hitting the thumbs down. We'll take it. Uh, Nobody is dead, at least in the way that should concern the great people of Britain. There is an incredible new, what is that, uh, drama about a young woman who turns into a chicken nugget. I urge you to, I can't believe I didn't notice this, to tune in so you can understand where we are coming from. That is hilarious. For some reason, I thought that was, and I saw it and I kept seeing it. And I don't know, when I decided to do the screen grab, I just took the wrong one. So, anyway, thank you very much, Big Mama. Uh, oh, wow. Rachel Morara, thank you so much for becoming a member of Royal Sussex. Still a bargain at just $4.99. Thank you very much. There is a link for the membership that you can find on the comments section of every video. I think there's usually a link for the memberships at the comment section. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Okay. Gwen Daniels, thank you so much for being here. Gwen wants to say hi to you all. And Rohini says, "Will the real Slim Katie please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up." Okay, that's that Slim Shady, right? Slim Katie. I love that. You got a bell for that. Thank you so much. Oh man, that's funny. So then there's this here. Um, wait, wait. Okay, okay, there we go. So the Independent, they said Kate Middleton is living a nightmare. If there was ever a time to end the monarchy, it's now. It's bad for the people within the royal family. It's bad for the taxpayers. It's bad for the people speculating on where Kate Middleton is. So the Independent had this article today. I I'm just going to share with you how they sum up the article. Let me see. But what of the tourism? What of the economy? The idea that the royal family is a net positive for the United Kingdom's economy has been debunked multiple times. And to quote the Independent, then economic editor Ben Chu in 2018, we should threat even, I'm sorry, we should treat, that is, even estimates of economic activity linked to the royal family with a large dash of skepticism. Says Chu pointed out at the time, the royals do enjoy significant financial advantages. Big royal events like weddings and coronations can displace economic activity instead of creating it. You hear that? In other words, it impedes the growth of economics instead of enhancing it. It can impede the economy. So that is something to think about. Um, okay, and nothing says that tourism will stop. Uh, that tourists, that is, will stop visiting the UK historic institutions without reigning royals. Former palaces in countries that used to have a royal family are visited just as often by tourists. I would say more often. And tourists to the UK have never so far ended up having an audience with the reigning monarch. That's right. A tourist has never been able to just like drop in on the queen and say, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? All these years, there's never been a situation where someone has just gone by Buckingham Palace and they were led inside the gates of the palace. "Oh, you want to meet the queen?" That has not happened. What do you know is that, I'm sorry, what I do know is this: if an institution can't be trusted to speak publicly about photo editing software without triggering a scandal, then it shouldn't be trusted with millions of pounds in public funds, nor should it be granted considerable institutional power. If there was ever a time to let the monarchy go, it's now. So that was how they ended that article. A lot of it was just a bunch of revisionists, this was this and this is that and so, making a case why the monarchy is unnecessary. So that was from the Independent. Carlita Simone says, "I'm still having problem becoming member on iPod." Really? Okay, let's see. Well, there. Let me just go ahead. Since we are on the topic, I will grab the link for the membership, and I will put that. Okay, where's my cursor? There it is, and I'll put that at the top of the chat. And if that doesn't help, I do apologize, but I could not imagine why it is not working. But let me go ahead and grab that link. Okay, membership. And you say you're on an iPod, as in just like the old school iPod. Is that what you said? Okay, copy. Now I'm going to go over here, and that is the link for the membership. So I do appreciate your diligence. If that doesn't work, then I'm not sure if there's any other way to do that. So, but either way, I appreciate the effort and thanks for considering a membership. That means a lot as well. Okay, so the link is at the top of the chat, and that is how you can create a Royal Sussex membership. Still a bargain at just $4.99. Okay, so again, thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, Baron, I see dimples and massive wig. I do think this is her, but sadly, whatever happened, she is now a skeleton. Wow, they need to come clean with answers. I agree, Fatima. They really do need to come clean. Whether it is Kate or not, and I still have some questions about that. The one thing that I'm sure that everyone can agree upon is that the whole privacy, leave Kate alone, we'll tell you when we want to tell you, that is just very, very strange. That is just very strange. There's no real explanation for that. There's no real explanation why they have been so secretive about everything. What was the point of that? What were we supposed to glean from this for this incredible need for secrecy? Hey, B10, Love Wins Movement, Mystic Toxin. Okay, and then there was this. King Charles is not dead. Ukraine British Embassy issues furious denial after Russian media shared fake Buckingham Palace statement. Is it like the one I just read? Now, see, I thought it was the real statement, and I still don't know where it is. I thought I had the real one. But anyway, a host of Russian news site and their associated, that is, social media accounts reported earlier today that the king had died age 75 as a result of cancer complications, citing unnamed media sources. Now, anytime you hear something like that, it's very triggering and it should not be taken lightly. Like every time I heard that about Kate Middleton, I always got this like, weird jolt from that because, no matter how I feel about how I feel about a person, I'm trying to make sure I say this right. I'm not wishing anybody to be unalive. Um, so it is jarring to see something like that. It just kind of it's very uncomfortable. So right there it says Daily Mail online, King Charles is not dead, despite the Russian media, what the Russian media may claim. The king is very much alive. Okay. And so right there, you can see Kate happy and healthy. Now, this was from yesterday. This was from yesterday. And again, they were trying to make us believe that this is Kate running around this farmer's market or town recreational area or wherever they were, like they were at some kind of, I don't know, three-legged race or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to convey to us with this image, but this is what they were sharing yesterday. When I say they, I mean the Daily Mail. And of course, the Sun was no better because they had some different photos that they were trying to convince us. Well, I won't say that they were trying to convince us, but it was very deceptive the way those photos were introduced. It was very, very deceptive. So let me see. Okay. Yeah, that was last year, Rohini. That was from last year. KDV, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching Royal Sussex. And Lavender says, Kate and Will sighting that is, was reported by TMZ, which is owned by Murdoch. So it's a lie. Look closely at her hair is dull and lifeless. Well, I mean, I've when you have been wearing wigs, and she has been wearing wigs, so I don't know what is or is not her hair because Kate has been rocking wigs and hair extensions for a few years. But I think before she like disappeared, that was like the peak of Kate and wigs. But Kate has been wearing wigs. And I mean to tell you, Nana Akua riding up on the top of your head like a mountain of fuzz wigs. They were not even the best type of wigs. They looked really, really bad because they were just too obvious. They were too obvious. So they didn't do a good job of the wig thing. Okay, and then Peter Hunt says the Sun coming to the aid of Kate Middleton is an invasion of privacy, not an invasion of privacy for the royals when it helps to address far fetched conspiracy theories. Yeah, when it helps the royals address the far fetched conspiracy theory, then of course it's not an invasion of privacy. But if it's not to debunk conspiracy theories, then leave Kate Middleton alone. Why is everybody picking on Kate? Well, you know what? They have asked for the skepticism in which the greater public has viewed this entire event. And that is due in part to their lack of transparency. They have had a complete lack of transparency, and it has cost them in terms of their prestige and integrity. They're going to pay a price for that. They've already paid a price for it, being compared to North Korea. Adriana says everyone can do a facial and leave her alone. Everyone can do a facial and leave her alone. Okay, okay. If I had the kind of money that they're playing around with, I'd get a whole bunch of stuff done. So anyway, thank you for your super chat. Okay. All right, let me see here. Okay, let me go to the next slide. Oh, wait a minute. The bottom part there, I didn't talk about that one. So, breaking, you can now watch footage of Princess of Wales looking happy and relaxed while out shopping and read exclusive interview with onlooker here on the sun.com. Well, still, there's this one video. They're in a public place. Everybody in the world is, even Kim Kardashian was looking for Kate Middleton, right? So everybody's looking for Kate Middleton. So why, oh, why in the world did it take this long to even get this real or imagined sighting? Why did it take so long? I just don't know. I honestly just don't know. But it is all too strange. It is too strange. And I don't feel bad about being skeptical. It's because of the way they rolled this thing out. You know, it's not our fault. We're not responsible for doubting. They were the ones who created this. They created this with this very sloppy rollout of of the what do you call it? Um, Charles's, well, okay, first Kate's abdominal surgery, and then Charles saying that he um, had to put his nether regions on ice or whatever, only for them to come back and say that Charles has cancer, right? And in between time, we see Camilla in and out the hospital. William makes a drive by the hospital, but you never actually see him go in. There hasn't been any confirmed visit of her mother or her siblings or anybody else there to see her. The only person that we know as stated that have seen her was Charles. Went to her bedside before he had his stuff put on ice or shrunken or whatever they did to it. So yeah, all of this is on them. It's because of their sloppiness, because of their lack of transparency, that there are so many questions. And in the coming days, there are still going to be so many questions that people have because of how irresponsible they have been. And they have been very irresponsible. Huh, okay. And not a minute too soon. Okay, let me go on to the next slide. So, and then there's, of course, is it Roy Anika? Prince William is hurt after seeing Kate Middleton hounded like this. Mother of Princess Diana, I'm sorry, his mother, Princess Diana, was royal expert claims as social media explodes with outlandish conspiracy theories about royals' health. So, this is yet another attempt by the tabloid media to chastise the public because they dare ask questions and to show you how desperate they've become to compare her, to compare Kate to Princess Diana. This is like the very last wave that they use to try to change the conversation, to try to reset the narrative. Everyone is so tense, you would think Prince William is in the studio. This is a comment from a squatty. Is Roy Anika even there as a journalist or a member of the family? You really couldn't tell. You really couldn't tell. These journalists have been so triggered and so off kilter. I mean, to tell you, their reaction was as though it was their own family. It was all so strange. It was all so strange. I don't get why they're being so defensive. Yes, I can understand that they want to preserve the monarchy, but you're also a journalist. At least try to be objective. But she's really not a journalist. She's just a gatekeeper for the institution. Let's see. What is that? Is it is Smile? Is that right? Smiley? Let's see. Kate and Will exhibit sociopathic behavior. Here. I agree. I agree. And that's what makes William so dangerous is that you never want to laugh at a sociopath. And I'm not saying he is a sociopath, but he acts like he exhibit certain types of behavior that is consistent with a sociopath. And therefore, I'm a little nervous about him. I just am. Iris Demonia said, "Oh, you're a member for 16 months. Kate is hiding because she was the sacrifice, I believe." Thank you so much for your comment. Yeah, well, she has been in hiding. She has been in hiding. And until we have definitive confirmations that that is Kate Middleton, as far as we know, she is still in hiding. I'm just not prepared to say that I believe that that is Kate Middleton. I'm just not sure. I cannot be for certain. You know, that's weird that Roy and Nika in one photo, it looks like she has um as a matter of fact, in one of those photos, she looks like Roy Nika. Not Roya, Roy. She kind of looks like Roy, but that is weird. I don't know what the difference is. I mean, it seems like it's the same occasion, but for whatever reason, it looks like Roy Nika instead of Roya. Oh well, that's interesting. I mean, same green top, same everything. It's just the one on the right. Who did you know? What the one on the right looks like William, doesn't it? Doesn't she look like William there? Look at the photo on the right, the top. Doesn't that look like William? Oh my goodness, that looks like William. Watch, watch. Wait a minute. Um. Uh. See what I mean? Looks like William. I promise you that looks like William. Wow. My goodness. I'm almost sorry I noticed that. Now I can't unsee it. Now I can't unsee it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, thank you again, Iris. And oh, there we go. B. Martim says Kate's head always goes to the left. This person is going to the right. Okay, okay, B. Martim. I have to disagree. I believe Kate's head is always listing to the right, just like the Andrea Doria before it sank. Kate's head always goes down and to the right, not to the left. I promise you. She has that weird tick where her head just kind of starts sinking like a ship and it goes to the right. But thank you so much. It does list to one. Let me take a look at that. You know what? I think what you're seeing is that she's carrying a bag that's probably too heavy for someone who's just had surgery, right? It's probably too heavy for someone who's just had surgery. So let's take a look. Oh, see, it is to the right. It is to the right. Even with the bag in the left hand, it's to the right. Always to the right, just like the Andrea Doria just before it sank. Oh, you know what? But that's the one that you were talking about. I'd have to find another picture to make my case. But thank you again, B. Martim. And I will take a look to see if I got that wrong. There's every chance I may have thought it was the right and it was the left. Iris says, just said that I just said William. William in drag. Wilhelmina in drag. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Dragging what? I don't know. The bubble? They're still talking about that bubble. So, did I do this twice? Yeah, I think I must. Did I save that twice? God, that's so weird. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I forgot. I went back a few slides. Okay. I thought I saved that twice. Okay. 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 All right. I've gone too far. Here we go. So, Kate Middleton's surprise farm shop trip suggests panic at the palace with aides having no clear strategy on how to update the nation on her recovery. And their ducking and weaving will fuel yet more conspiracy theories, one expert. Let me see. Piles on more pressure on the palace to update the nation on her recovery because aid silence is just fueling more conspiracy. So either way, I wonder why they changed the language of that. It was a slight change, but still, sometimes they go back and they'll change the headline for the same article. Well, either way, this is what I do know. It should not have taken all of this. If they would have just given a daily update on Kate's condition, if they would have just been more forthright, more transparent, I still do not get the secrecy. Why the secrecy? Why were they hiding very innocuous bits of information that you would expect? Kate is not a private citizen. Now, the only thing I could think of is that William was trying to turn her into a private citizen. Like, here, sign this. What's that? A divorce. Okay? Unless William was in the process of trying to divorce Kate, allegedly, then why do you require the secrecy? Please don't forget to hit the like button, everybody. Also, if you are not a member, do consider becoming a member of Royal Sussex. If you check the link at the top of the page, there's a link where you can actually start a membership for as low as $4.99. And aside from that, don't forget to make sure you're a subscriber. Make sure you're a subscriber to Royal Sussex. Okay, so as I was saying, why the secrecy? It seems as though that old adage still means the same thing today as it meant back in the 1970s when it came to the Watergate. The cover up is always worse than the crime. Again, the cover up is worse than the crime. So let it be known by all who are listening that your attempt to cover up a misdeed is what's going to get you in trouble. You might as well tell the truth because they're going to find out sooner or later anyway. That cover up may sow seeds of doubt to people, but not everybody, not even most people. I think it's Lisa. Thank you again for this 40-ounce cup. My 40-ounce Meghan Markle inspired cup from, is that, forgot the name of the company. But anyway, I nurse this thing all day and I drink so much more water because of it. It's every place I go. I clean it out with white vinegar, the straw, the lid, and everything. Good for killing the cooties. But I love this cup. All right, let me continue here. So Charles in charge. King Charles receives official welcome on Balmoral Castle arrival. Um, why? Why were they showing or sharing images of Charles from 2023? Now, I could not find this in the papers or anything like that, or the online news, but it seems as though some bots on the internet started sharing this image, and you could see Johnny Thompson, the hot equerry, in the background. So surely this could not be a new video. But again, just like with Kate at the farmer's market in photos from yesterday, they were trying to allow people to believe that this was new. It's only when you would dig a little deeper. So, yes, the king is alive. And I thought that Charles showed his face to demonstrate that he's still amongst the living. You know what? I don't think anybody has seen him today. I don't know if anybody has seen him yesterday. Let me see. If you will see a video going around that was just released of King Charles outside Balmoral, just know it's 6 months old and you're being lied to again. Royal Family Bot Farm is in high gear because King Charles III is pretty much okay, keeps being repeated over and over again with the same video of Charles' visit to Balmoral last summer. You're being lied to and manipulated. You see what I mean? What's going on? Why are we showing, why are they showing us a 2023 video of King Charles at Balmoral? Good question. Good question. Why are they doing that? And it's the bots or whomever they have paid allegedly, that are pumping out all these images of Charles, uh, walking in this greeting, whatever it is. But the trouble is, that is not a recent video. It is not today. It was 6 months ago. Russian media falsely claims King Charles is dead. Notice purported to have been released by Buckingham Palace said the king passed away unexpectedly yesterday afternoon. If something like that was true, let me just tell you, before you start sharing it, make sure you go to proper news sources and see if they're talking about it, because they have the means to verify these stories when they come out. And it does not rely upon social media. And so all of a sudden, people were sharing this, and it turns out it wasn't true. And then I keep seeing these images of a flag at half mast or staff or mast, and that is not true. At least I suspect it's not true. Not 100% certain, but there's a lot of false narratives out there. There's a lot of manipulation. Why? I don't know, but it is happening. Now, this guy was at it again today. I'm going to play this one for you. He was at it again today, and he is still furious at this whole situation, whatever this situation is. I'm not even sure what to call it, but I know it's a hot, smoldering, smelly mess. That's what it is. Okay.
To us, this is insane.
But like Tammy said, they said that she will not make a public appearance until Easter. So I think, to your point, though I'm curious, I don't think we get into ode conversations until we hit.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I started that in the wrong place. Let me start it over.
Us, we send money to them. I think we are owed an explanation. I think anyone in this Commonwealth, I'm being serious, are now owed an explanation. She is a Princess of Wales. She's on duty. What is going on here? Why the secrecy? And quite frankly, I think it lends to an even bigger discussion of whether or not we want to be a part of this, whatever this thing is, going forward. That, to me, that's the next step. Every day there's silence on this. This is a story. I've never seen anything like this. This is the worst PR disaster I have ever seen someone
I don't know why that stops like that.
inflict upon their own organization. This is madness. All people are looking for is just a little bit of proof that everything's fine. They won't even give it to us. This is insane.
But like Tammy said, they said that she will not make a public appearance until Easter. So I think, to your point, though I'm curious, I don't think we get into ode conversations until we hit Easter and we don't see anything.
Yeah, I think
even
April
with this
1st is the
storm, Tammy can't sleep.
Last night,
Tammy's on social media.
I
and she
swear,
can't
Tammy,
sleep.
I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And trying to explain this to family and friends.
More BT after this.
Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be this person.
What are we really talking about here? What we're talking about here is we are part of this monarchy, Canada, us, we send money to them. I think we are owed an explanation. I think anyone in this Commonwealth, I'm being serious, are now owed an explanation. She's a Princess of Wales. She's on duty. What is going on here? Why the secrecy? And quite frankly, I think it lends to an even bigger discussion of whether or not we want to be a part of this, whatever this thing is, going forward. That, to me, that's the next step. Every day there's silence on this. This is a story. I've never seen anything like this. This is the worst PR disaster I have ever seen someone self-inflict upon their own organization. This is madness. All people are looking for is just a little bit of proof that everything's fine. They won't even give it to us. This is insane.
But like Tammy said, they said that she will not make until Easter. So I think, to your point, though I'm curious, I I don't think we get into ode conversations until we hit Easter and we don't see anything.
Yeah, I think
Even
April
with this
1st is the day.
storm, Tammy can't sleep.
Last night,
Tammy's
I
on
swear,
social media.
I
and she
swear,
can't
Tammy,
sleep.
I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And trying to explain this to family and friends.
Okay. So that looped twice. Connie Balmer! Thank you, Connie Balmer, for the super sticker. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Hello, Dorothy Ross. Thank you so much for being here. Just wanted to say hello. Thank you so much for always supporting Royal Sussex. As a matter of fact, Dorothy Ross has supported quite a few channels, just like some of you all have supported other channels on behalf of all of us in the Sussex friendly world. Thank you so much for helping us maintain these spaces. So, Gwen Daniels, VS speaks royally. Hello, thank you so much for being here. So yes, that is what I believe that was from today's show. And this was the guy that was kind of snapping on them the other day. So, or was it last week? Yeah, last week sometime. And rightly so. Rightly so. Rightly so. They deserve to be dragged. They deserve to be given the stank eye because they have been lying, they have been dodging, they have been manipulating things for no apparent reason. I just don't get what their angle is. Chantel Dixon, thank you so much for joining us. Hello. Seems the pit bulls are rampaging all over and it's out of control. Mauling and barking. Everything at Kensington Palace can't control the pit bulls. Well, that is a way to put it, but I get the point. I get your point. And then, of course, this, I did not watch the entire interview. But why in God's name are they trying to misrepresent Diana's brother's words? Because I saw the part where this article, I believe, is based on the exchange he had with the reporter. Diana's brother, Earl Spencer, says he's worried about what happened to the truth as Kate's Mother's Day Photoshop blunder fuels more online conspiracy theories about the princess's health. Now, see, have you noticed the overabundant use of the term conspiracy theory? They're trying to make people believe that if you ask a question, that you are one of those people wearing a tinfoil hat and that you're up all night scouring the internet looking for some clues. The point is, there is an interest in the Princess of Wales, considering how the last titled Princess of Wales or styled Princess of Wales, because remember, Camilla chose to style herself the Duchess of Cornwall. And then, of course, jump to Kate. So let's say she's the second styled Princess of Wales to have, had these kind of problems so publicly. I mean, before Diana, when was the last time there had been a Princess of Wales? I'm sure it had been a long time. So in the modern day version of the Princess of Wales, the only people we really know is the only person we know is Princess Diana. Kate, I'm still getting used to calling her the Princess of Wales. But considering that history, just the same, considering that history, is there any, should I say, surprise or any shock that people would take such an interest when, just like with Diana, we can see a tragedy unfolding? Even if we don't care for Kate, we do care about the truth. we care about those children that we see right there. I think I'm unanimous with if I say that we all want what's best for those children that are truly innocent and don't deserve to suffer in any kind of way. Let kids be kids, right? But yet their parents their parents seems to have created this illusion around the whereabouts of Kate Middleton, hiding in plain sight, I suppose. I don't know what the angle is, but I'm not making this up. I'm not just pulling this out of my behind. Somehow, some way, they have created this confusion. They have created this interest. If Kate had surgery, she had surgery. What is the big deal? Whatever the surgery was, it seems like whatever they tried to hide has only made things worse. And then it seems as though they're trying to misrepresent a conversation with Charles Spencer, the Earl Spencer. They're trying to misrepresent this conversation as in he agrees that Kate Middleton, he'd never said anything of the sort. When they asked him if you think things are worse for Kate, he said, no, there's no comparison. Things were much worse for Diana, as evident by the fact that she's no longer here. Okay, there's been nobody chasing Kate around. The last time some photographer ran up on Kate like that, she was still being called Waity Katie. And even then, it was pretty mild in comparison to Diana. It was still very mild in comparison. I don't think anybody should be pursued like that, but still, they misrepresented the conversation. Love Wins Movement says, Baron, because Charles Spencer is Diana's family, just like Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet are Diana's family. So the royal palace source gets on the phone and reminds her editors to trash him. Exactly. I felt like she was trying to lead or give all these leading questions and such, trying to find a way to get him on the record as throwing his unwavering support behind Kate Middleton, and that's just not the case. And let's face it, Charles Spencer was there to hawk a book. He was there for his book. He wasn't talking to them because he loves talking to the British tabloid media. He was there because he has a book to sell. And so he knows, just like everybody else that ever speaks to them, everybody knows their game of trying to get you on the record to say something that you really don't mean or that you weren't trying to say. And so her questions were very, to me, direct and almost confrontational. Well, would you say that? No, he wouldn't say that because that's not what he feels. He didn't say that because that's not what he feels. When he feels that way, he'll let you know. God, that was hard to watch. It really was hard to watch. But she was relentlessly trying to get him to go on the record co-signing for Kate Middleton. And I, in my opinion, I don't believe he gave them the satisfaction. I just don't believe that he gave them the satisfaction. But Lord knows they tried. They did try. Okay, I'm going to take a look and see if I can find that. And I'll let you guys listen to it, but I don't think he put a link to it. I'm looking at his Twitter account right now. But yeah, I mean, he basically, he was there for his book. He wasn't there trying to help Kate. It wasn't about him doing an interview. Like, I don't even know if the article made it very clear that he was there for his book. Charles Spencer, a very private school. Yeah. Let me try one more thing with that, because if I can find the sound, I'll let you hear it and we could all discuss it. Charles Spencer, a very private school. Nope, that's not the interview. Is it? No, that's the Today Show. Well, he's been making the rounds, but I don't see it. Do I? No, that's not it either. Yep, sorry, folks, I don't see it. But trust me when I say they're trying to make it out to be something that it was not. And they did that deliberately, trying to get him to appear as though he's co-signing for Kate Middleton. And I don't believe that he was. I don't believe that he was. And just so you guys know, Charles Spencer has written, should I say, several books. He is an author. And I do believe he worked as a reporter for one of the American networks. I don't remember which one, but I do believe that he worked as a reporter for one of the U.S. networks. So just to let you know that Charles Spencer is a very serious journalist, as well as the Earl Spencer. And of course, he's part of the landed gentry, Althorpe, Princess Diana's ancestral home and birthplace, where Diana is buried on a little island by herself, all of that. So, okay, thank you, Love Wins Movement. Nubian Queen is here. Hey, Nubian Queen. Let's see, not sure why they were walking that fast except to be seen. They have security so they can stop and the gap. Yeah, you know what? Or does that stop the crap? Okay, but I saw the security because I heard someone in another place ask, where were their security? But I saw the security very clear. You can see the security. But you would think that if that was Kate Middleton, that more people would have stopped to, greet or, I'm glad you're feeling better, Mom, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't notice that anybody had taken notice of them. Oh, do they? They got furniture too? Okay, well, he's doing the most with that estate, and that's a good thing. Costs a lot to keep those estates going. Let's see. That was because he didn't want to be. Yeah, and he said that out of his own mouth. It's not like anybody is saying that for him. He said that out of his own mouth, and he just said what he felt. He didn't want the media coming to Althorpe. So, I mean, I understand that, but then at the same time, your sister was in trouble. And, when he said that, I was like, oh my God, we can hear you, right? But that's how he felt. And of course, I will say this about Charles Spencer, something that I didn't like is that at some point he said, you can draw a direct line between Martin Bashir, me introducing Martin Bashir to my sister and her death. You can draw a straight line. Okay, thank you for admitting that you possibly had a role in everything that happened. Okay? You, her brother, who is supposed to protect her, introduces her to Martin Bashir. And I'm just like, surely he knows that doesn't make him look good. But, I don't suppose that he would care what I think. But as far as I'm concerned, that wasn't a good look for him that you introduced your sister to Martin Bashir. You know what I'm saying? You introduced him to your sister. It's not to say that they wouldn't have met some kind of way, but I didn't like that he was dumping on Martin Bashir as if to blame him for the Panorama interview and all that. Diana gave an interview because she wanted to, period. It had nothing to do with Martin Bashir. Yes, he lied. Yes, he's a weasel. No, I wouldn't trust him with anything, but still, those were Diana's words and nobody else's. So, yeah, as much as I would love to say everything is very cool about Charles Spencer, he has this kind of dodgier side too. So, a little sketchy here and there. Let me see. I was told, y'all, Kate had a mental breakdown and was sedated and treated. She lost weight and is now stable enough to come out. I think is a thinner Kate. When you lose weight, you look different. Don't I know it? And guess what? When you gain weight, you look different. Don't I know it? Um, you know, whether it is or is not Kate, again, they created this circus around Where's Kate? And if she did have a mental breakdown, then just give an update. Kate is unwell. Just give an update. Kate is unwell. What is so difficult about Kate is unwell? If you don't want to say what it is, don't say what it is. But 80 days, 90 days, well, whatever, however many days, we'll tell you when we are good and doggone ready to tell you. In the media driven landscape, in this information age, in this age of social media, and Kate being a public figure, that's not good enough. Remember what they said about Meghan. We pay, you pose. You don't have a right to your privacy when you're a public figure that is taking taxpayers' money. You just don't. You just don't. Kate Middleton directly benefited from the harassment and the torture, this very public electronic lynching of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. She was the direct beneficiary of that. As a matter of fact, she perpetuated a lot of those things, like wearing white to somebody's wedding. You can start right there. In the public face of things, wearing white to another woman's wedding, that's like laying a gauntlet down and saying, come on, let's fight. She was wrong for that. And all of this dressing up like Meghan. So if all of this pressure that you've taken on, if she did have a mental breakdown, all this extra pressure that she has taken on to herself, pretending to be someone she certainly can never be, trying to dress and walk and talk well above her pay grade, then is there any wonder that you had a collapse? Is there any wonder? I mean, I have my limitations on sympathy for Kate Middleton. I just do. There's been too much said and there has been too much done. And she was cruel and mean-spirited to the Duchess of Sussex, and deliberately so. And even if she was co-signing along with her husband, I really don't care, because the targeted harassment and bullying that Meghan suffered through, she was the one who benefited from it the most. It gave her a very mediocre, non entity of a person a chance to rise to new heights of fame and notoriety based on absolutely nothing more than mimicking someone that you can never measure up to. And if those words are triggering to anybody, I don't care, because that's the way I see it. That's the way it was. That's what I witnessed for years, was this targeted harassment from Kensington Palace, which she is a part of. And just as Dickie Arbiter said, there's no way in the world that Jason Knopf would have been allowed to violate his confidentiality agreement with the royal family if he hadn't been given the consent by Will and Kate. He didn't say just William. He said by William and Kate. So I'm not interested in equal justice because they haven't given any justice to Meghan. They have not apologized to Meghan. This has been years of targeted attacks. So I don't care about her privacy. There's a lot of other things that I don't care about that I keep to myself for the sake of good taste, but I just don't care. I'm not moved by that. Because when it's a woman of color, you still got to look over your shoulder. She can go back to being mediocre and nobody is going to question it. Watch and see how all of this is going to just blow over as though it never happened. And they could go back to protecting Kate as always. I mean, they're protecting her now. They protected her yesterday. They came out in force to make sure that she got a fair deal. And even Jeannie Bond, old piranha face Jeannie Bond, she said yesterday, you can't ask for this for one person and deny it for another person. Jeannie Bond said that. Why? I'm not sure, but she did. I could never be sure with that one, but she did. Yeah, I'm not in a very charitable mood, and I have not been about this situation. And I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I mean, I'm glad for the sake of her children that she can be their mother, once again, or continue to be their mother. But in terms of what she has been responsible for, there is no forgiveness. There is no looking the other way. A full-throated apology may not help at this point. It's been too much that's happened. Too much hurt. The loss of an unborn child. They have accused Harry and Meghan of killing Philip, of killing Elizabeth. But nobody takes responsibility for the Sussex's unborn child. There's no media pointing out that injustice. And that's why they rushed that photo out, because they don't want any traction. Meghan did mention the 3 pregnancies. They don't want people to say, what 3 pregnancies? I thought she has 2 kids. They don't want anybody to ask about that.
So much criticism of Meghan, whatever she does and whenever she opens her mouth. And I think we should be aware of that. We're trying to say that we should lay off Catherine, that we should be kind towards Catherine after a small mistake. Well, we can't have dual standards and be so critical of everything Meghan does and then demand kindness for Catherine. There is so much criticism of Meghan, whatever she does and whenever she opens her mouth. And I think we should be aware of that. We're trying to say that we should lay off Catherine, that we should be kind towards Catherine after a small mistake. Well, we can't have dual standards and be so critical of everything Meghan does and then demand kindness for Catherine.
And look at who she's talking to. Look at who she's talking to. 2 of the main perpetrators. She's talking to 2 of the main perpetrators right there. Now, you know what I just discovered? I do have Earl Spencer.
Then driven by paparazzi and the treat. In terms of the provocation that you felt then, driven by paparazzi and the treatment of your sister Diana by the press, if you look now in 2024 at how the paparazzi has sort of developed into this kind of online circus, this online free-for-all, do you think the dangers of that are perhaps more potent? And if we look at what's happening now around the current Princess of Wales.
The paparazzi has turned into this online free for all? What in heaven's name is she talking about? How do you conflate the paparazzi with the online free for all? They are trying to associate the paparazzi with you and me and anybody else that dares to ask, where's Kate? How come Kate can't work? Why is Kate editing photos? Why is Kate faking photos? How do you get paparazzi and the online community in the same breath? You see what I mean? A very leading question. And he looks utterly confused. What?
Do you think the dangers of that online, almost sort of conspiracy world are more potent than the press intrusion that you have fought against?
There she goes. The online conspiracy. So online is nothing, has been reduced to conspiracy and paparazzi. The paparazzi does not give their photos to online. Who gets the photos from the paparazzi? The media. The media.
No, I think it was more dangerous back in the day. I think, if I look back to 97 and Diana's death, I think that was so shocking to, the circumstance of her death was so shocking that it did make the industry that supports the paparazzi really consider more carefully what it could and couldn't do. Not because they had a moral judgment, but because it was unacceptable to the public.
Do you worry, though, about what's happened to the truth?
I do worry about what happened to the truth.
In terms of...
Do you see how she tried to lead him? I mean, literally lead him by his nose into this conflating, this stitching, I mean, very poorly stitched connection between the paparazzi and the online world. What is the online world of conspiracies? How in the world did she come to that? B. Martin says, Baron, are you ever going to get the true story? I think not. They just want all this to go away like nothing happened. Here. I believe it. That's exactly what I'm saying, is that when all of this goes away, then Kate could go back to being this most protected of all people, the Princess of Wales, the very protected member of the royal family, with all her royal protection officers, a staff of 62, 2 Filipino nurses, according to William's words. All of that. They'll get a new nanny. I don't know what happened to the other one, but they'll get a new nanny. They got one now. Thank you, B. Martin. I told you guys she was leading. Didn't I tell you? I'm so glad I found that soundbite. You could hear it. I wasn't making it up. She was trying to get him to sign on to this idea of poor Kate. Poor Kate. Kate is getting a raw deal. Poor Kate. And he just wouldn't bite. Much to her dismay, he would not buy it. He wasn't biting. She didn't give him the satisfaction. Or should I say, he didn't give her the satisfaction. That's all just a bunch of hooey. That was just the most incredibly stupid thing. This man, I may not have feel comfortable with some of the decisions that he made on his sister's behalf. I think he has been, a bit short-sighted, not malicious, but short-sighted where his sister is concerned. But that's his sister, not my sister. Diana was his sister. So I don't get to say what's right and wrong in their relationship. That's his sister. However, I think he was a bit short-sighted, a bit naive. I don't think he was aiming to I suppose, deceive anybody, but I think he had a role to play in everything, and it doesn't necessarily make him look good. In my summation, I don't think it makes him look good. I think it kind of puts a big asterisk next to him. But that was a long time ago. Recollections may vary. But this chick with this, well, what do you think about the truth and the online community, this online world and the paparazzi? What online world and the paparazzi? The online world is not paying the paparazzi unless you want to count the people that you work for. I believe that was a BBC interview. I just cannot believe that. When I saw it, I'm just like, are you serious? Are you high? Have you been buying stuff from Uncle Gary? Huh? Are you dating Uncle Gary? What's wrong with you? You know, I got to get rid of this photo because I don't know why. Maybe I'm just tired, but it looks like Charles Spencer got 6 fingers on one. It looked like Charles Spencer got 6 fingers on one hand. God, that looks weird. I mean, I know it's 5, but it looks like he got 6 fingers on one hand. Maybe I've been seeing Uncle Gary. Yeah, maybe I've been dating Uncle Gary. Okay, let me get away from this photo because I'm starting to see things. Let's go on to some good news, you guys. Let's take a big step away from that. Allow me to help us cleanse our palate. Okay, so Prince Harry, the people's prince, got some good news. Spare by Prince Harry won another inaugural Choice Recognition Award at the Audio, whatever that means. Each year, the Audio Publishers, I guess that's the name of the Audio Publishers Associate awards excellence in audio books across multiple categories and genres. And this year, Prince, what is that? PRH Audio? Oh, I guess, okay. PRH Audio. Oh, that's the name of it. Okay. PRH Audio scored top wins for Audiobook of the Year, Best Fiction, Narrator, Personal, Business, Development, Mystery, Nonfiction, UK produced audiobook, and earned an inaugural Choice recognition. Now, that's a good thing because it's a great book. And as for Harry himself, he did not win the Grammy, and I don't think he's eligible for the next round of the Grammys, but still, I think he should have won for Best Spoken Word, which is a real category, and notables like Jesse Jackson, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, I believe Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton, all of them have won for their spoken words. So it's the one category of the Grammys that you can win just for reciting the audio version of your book. And because Harry's book was so outstanding, I thought for sure that he would win. But as far as I know, he is not eligible to have his name submitted for the up and coming Grammy Awards. I think that's all behind us. But either way, he's still a winner when it comes to his family, and that means us. So he's always a winner to us. He'll always be a winner. Exceptional in every way. All right. So remember, that's Spare by Prince Harry. Also available on paperback. Trigger alert, trigger alert, trigger alert. Instagram blasted for bullying Princess Kate after adding warning to edited image. Wildest thing I've ever seen, says the person with the wildest eyes I've ever seen. I mean, this person does have a mirror, right? Wait a minute. What did I just do? That person does own a mirror. When it comes to wildest things, those Kinsey Schofield eyes are some of the wildest things I've ever seen. Here is not the wildest image of Schofield I've ever seen, but there are some where she almost knocks you back out of your chair. Wild. So anyway, but let's get on with the point that they're making here. Instagram blasted for bullying Princess Kate. Notice how they selectively use the word bullying Princess Kate. Instagram is bullying Princess Kate, adding warning to edited image. That's not bullying. That is not bullying. They, and when I say they, I mean this very twisted press. They're trying so hard to protect Kate Middleton that they're just making up stuff. Since when is a warning label about a photo that has been manipulated, that has been Frankenstein together? It deserves a warning label. It has been compared to something from North Korea. Why are they trying so desperately to make people believe that anything that you say critical of the royal family is bullying Kate Middleton? That's not going to work. Freak show? Anyway, somewhere in the bowels of Clarence House, Camilla, the queen consort, is having a drink. It's not exactly, gosh, what is his name? Oh gosh, why could I remember his name? The one that did Psycho. I've just gone. Oh, Alfred Hitchcock. It's not exactly Alfred Hitchcock, but it is quite a silhouette. You must admit that is quite a silhouette. Ugh, that's a silhouette. Kinsey looks just like one of them. Oh, okay, that's not horse. I see. I thought you were talking about the tribal figure, Crazy Horse, but no, you didn't say horse. Baron, they always use three phrases: bullying, bombshell, and having their cake and eat it too. Yes, yes, Annie Bullard, you are so right. You are so right. They repeatedly use those. Yes, that is very true. Now, Barack Obama visited with Princess Elizabeth, with a S, Elizabeth of Belgium. I think he was over in Belgium today, as well as making and notice that she's wearing that very striking blue. I love that outfit she's got on. That is nice, right? Looks good on her too. But she's wearing that very striking blue. I guess she wanted to make it very clear that she's not, what do you say, leaning toward the Republican Party in the United States, that she is firmly in the camp of the Democrat. So very cool that she's celebrating Obama's status as the Democrat president, Barack Obama, former president, of course, by wearing that bright blue. I think that was a little nod to Barack Obama's political status. And right here, you can see there's a special edition of the New European that features some of the most ghoulish looking people I've ever seen in my life. A 56-page double edition Matthew something Desperado of the Tory Party, Jimmy Blackmore, John Lennon's Spanish Adventure, Marion Van something something. But anyway, what a ghoulish looking bunch. Yeah, I tell you, we're still not through having fun with that photo. I don't want it to end anyway. You are royally effed, mate. Okay. And I can't see who that is in the window back there, but God, that's creepy. That is creepy. Oh, what does that caption say? Our spring special double issue about the go to the printers. Oh, okay. So they haven't printed it yet. And there's Barack Obama still swagging, got that swag, walking into the number 10 Downing Street. And of course, you all probably recall. And why is he over there anyway? I think that they're trying to win over some support from the Black community, maybe trying to identify with Barack Obama. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. You know what I mean? I think they're just trying to identify with Barack Obama. And let us not forget, though, that Barack Obama, the Obamas, that's Harry's friends. Okay, he's friends with Harry. Nobody else over there, just friends with Harry. So, I hope he don't have to meet with William. You know they're gonna try it. And of course, there was this very cool moment when the leader of the free world, one of the most powerful people, if not the most powerful people on the planet at the time. This is the most powerful photo in the series. Remember, they are not supposed to shake hands, but the two brothers couldn't resist the historic moment. The Black royal cop never imagined in his wildest dreams that he would usher a Black American president into the British corridors of power. Nice. One of my favorite photos. And of course, let us not forget Michelle Obama. The measure of any society is how it treats its women and girls. She said that back in October of 2016. Well, I hope that they will share that on behalf of Diane Abbott, among others, because even in these modern times, the misogyny that is present in the halls of power, whether it's number 10 Downing Street or 2600 Pennsylvania Avenue, which is the address of the White House, whether it's this one or that one, it does not matter. Even with a woman vice president and eventually a woman president, there is still so much misogyny. They're still afraid of women with a strong inner strength, with a good education. They're afraid of women that have a voice. That is still frightening to the leadership, which still is predominantly dominated by men. They're afraid. They're terrified of an intelligent woman, and even more so, an intelligent Black woman. I mean, an intelligent Black woman is like kryptonite. They just cannot stand up straight. And so in order to avoid being exposed to that kryptonite, they do and say some very shady things. A double Ivy League degree. Michelle Obama, I would arguably say, is better educated than her husband. A double Ivy League degree. They're both lawyers. A double Ivy League degree. The only other first lady that had an Ivy League degree, well, I shouldn't say the only. Yeah, I think so, was just Hillary Clinton, Wellesley, and what was the other school? But anyway, yeah, very, and it's not about education because consider Eleanor Roosevelt, not necessarily the best educated first lady, but my God, she was probably the best first lady that we ever had. She really was. And not just because she was there for a long time, but the courage she had. A lot of the programs that was started during the New Deal, anything that was for the advancement of Black people, usually happened because of Eleanor Roosevelt. During the time of Franklin Roosevelt, those advancements, those were all Eleanor Roosevelt. The connection that she maintained with the Black community, like Mary McLeod Bethune, those connections are the reason why the Roosevelt administration became quite accommodating, not completely, but they did a lot. Now, before the Brexit, they made this cartoon creating a grotesque out of Barack Obama. Obama looks like a gargoyle, looks like something just jumped off of the Notre Dame Cathedral. And why did they do that? Because Barack Obama said, listen, if you go through with this Brexit, you're going to go to the back of the queue. You know, there's what, about 500 million people in the European Union, right? About 500 million people. That makes it a very large trade partner. If you, 66 million people, in spite of our special relationship, if you do this Brexit, you're going to go to the back of the queue. And he wasn't saying that to try to tell them how to run their business, but he was telling them a fact. Do we give favor to one of our oldest allies, which, by the way, the oldest ally of the United States government is not Britain, is France. The French are the oldest ally to the United States government, to the government. So do we show them favor because you're Britain, because of the mother language, because of the special relationship? Or are we going to do what a smart business person do? Go to the bigger market and show them favor. And so they got angry at Obama for pointing out the obvious. And so they turned him into a monster, the Obama-Stein monster. But we all know what happened. The Brexit happened, and I still don't believe there's a proper trade deal. I don't think there's any trade deal with the UK as of yet, is it? I don't think so. Everything had to be renegotiated. That was a big mistake. And who suffered? Common everyday working people, unfortunately. Also, here's another little reminder. Hillary Clinton has been the most admired woman, according to the Gallup poll, 22 times. Eleanor Roosevelt, 13 times. And that's according to Gallup. And they have been doing that poll ever since, I believe, the 1940s. Remember, Eleanor Roosevelt was incredibly popular even after her husband died. The highest number of top 10 appearances belong to Queen Elizabeth II. She's never been number one, but she has been in the top 10 on 52 occasions. But then again, she was a head of state for 70 years, so that's not hard to imagine. But the Queen was very popular in the US because of the tours around the country that she took. So there was a great deal of popularity for Queen Elizabeth. So she's been in the top 10 52 times, but she's never been number one. The person that holds the record for number one woman most often was Hillary Clinton. Why am I pointing this out to you all? Why am I sharing this with you? it's just a reminder that this very dogged, persistent hate campaign against the Duchess of Sussex is one of the reasons why she may never actually make it to the most admired woman list, because of the British tabloid media, because of her brother in law, William the Terrible, because of her sister in law, Lady Katie, because of that vendetta from Kensington Palace. They have done everything that they could to try to poison people's opinions against the Duchess of Sussex. So there's no room on the list for her because of that. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible, and I do pray that it does happen, but it is a lot to fight against. But that's why we're here, though. That's why we're here. We're here for the truth. We're here to make sure that they don't get away with this vendetta. We're here to give the other side of the story. And I think we've been incredibly successful. And even if we never are able to help Meghan achieve that status on that particular list, one thing is for sure, we have just made sure that somebody else never makes it to that list either. We have just made sure that somebody else will never, ever make it to that list. I tell you, if it's the last thing I ever do, you will never, ever find yourself on that list. If there's a list for petty, tepid, nonsensical behavior, if there's a list for mediocre, yes, if there's a mediocrity list, we'll make sure that you find your way to it. But you and your husband will never, ever make that list as far as I'm concerned. There's one for men, there's one for women, most admired woman, most admired man in the world. But you will never, ever make that list. I don't care what hidden talents that you have, all the jazz handing and such, you'll never make that list. Meghan, we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. But that's the reason why I'm pointing this out to you, is because the result of this hate campaign has definitely done some damage. I won't deny that. But that's why we have to be vigilant. That's why we have to keep pushing back, because they mean to destroy the Sussexes. That's what they mean to do. And so if you can't beat them, join them. If they go low, we go lower. And also, I was just sharing this with you as well, that Meghan and Michelle have met before back in 2018, and they spoke about things that they have in common. And but again, that was back in 2018. I don't know if there's been any meetings since that time, as the Obamas are mostly on the East Coast and our faves are mostly on the West Coast. And they both have their foundations to maintain. So there you go. Yes, Michelle Obama, she's been the most admired woman in the world on 13 occasions. No, I'm sorry, not 13 occasions. That was Eleanor Roosevelt. I forgot how many times she was on the list, but she's also has, as a matter of fact, I think currently she may be most admired woman. I think currently she is. Can't recall. But if no, for no other reason, that dress should be enough to get her on the list. I'm going to say in my most pettiest voice that that dress is reason enough alone to put her on that list. Mama Doria! Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. That is Mama Doria. Don't ask me what the occasion is, but there's Mama Doria looking good. That's her attorney friend there on her left, or I'm sorry, on her right, our left, That's her attorney friend, the one she went to that party with. But other than that, that is our Mama Doria. Yes, and looking good, Mama Doria. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit that like button, and also consider a membership to Royal Sussex. Still a bargain at just $4.99. But yes, that is Mama Doria. Looking good, relaxed, moisturized, all of that stuff. Yes, Grandma Doria. Doesn't look like somebody's grandma. As a matter of fact, could anybody's grandma do this? Right? Whose grandma can do that? That's not somebody's grandma. That's not nobody's grandma. Not dancing like that. Not jamming like that. And as you can see, that's the lady right there. Same lady. Okay. Even the Windsors are admitting that Meghan had a successful career. Their fans are in denial, though. This is on the royal website. So, as you know, they have been tinkering around with the royal website, and they reduced the amount of words used to describe the Sussexes, I heard. But I don't care about that because they're not worried about what the royal families say on their official website. All we care about is what they say on Sussex.com. Prior to her marriage to the Duke of Sussex in 2018, the Duchess worked as an actress appearing in film and television. She most notably played the role of Rachel Zane on the series Suit for 7 seasons, completing over 100 episodes. Alongside her successful career as an actress, the Duchess also wrote and edited a lifestyle website called The Tig. I'm cool. If that's all they had to say, I'm okay with that too. Keep it cute. All right, you guys. As we cross over 2 hours, I'm done. Church Nelly, Lydia Washington, Cookies and Creams, Adrian Burrows, Anastasia, Isabella, Dominica, and Christensen. Yes. Thank you very much. Also, Black Queen, Lucy Wynn, Elaine Parker, and on occasion, VS Speaks Royally, who has her own Sussex-friendly channel. There was a video on today, so you could always go over to VS Speaks Royally and catch her, usually the first of the Sussex-friendly channels that's up online in the U.S. on weekdays, most every day, right? But anyway, there you go. So thank you all very much. Thank you for helping Royal Sussex be the incredibly successful Sussex-friendly space that it has become. And also, when you see our queens, it is time to go. And y'all know what I mean. Okay. And just in case you missed it yesterday, I'm going to do that same closing comment that I used yesterday because I like it so much. It's the first time I've ever seen this, but it is from St. Patrick's, as in St. Patrick's Day. May the strength of God pilot us. May the wisdom of God instruct us. May the hand of God protect us. May the word of God direct us. Be always ours this day and forevermore. Amen. All right, we're out of here. Thank you so much. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Many happy returns of the day. And whether that is or is not Kate, again, whatever best for the children, we want those babies nurtured and protected. even if it means that inconsequential human being is the one that's doing it. I'm sure she'll do her best. Oh, got a super chat. That was a compliment, right? Even if that inconsequential human being, I did call her human, didn't I? Yeah, I think that was a compliment. Let's see. Hello, Baron Squatties. Was at the gym all day trying to catch up on 7 weeks missed due to that dreaded bronchitis. So what's the kerfuffle? Is there another what is it? Loch Ness monster? I mean, kitty sighting? Okay, my non compliment all of a sudden seems like a rounding round of applause. Black Queen, we're done. Thank you so much for the super chat, and congratulations for getting back to the gym. And also, thank goodness that awful bronchitis is behind you. But yeah, we're done. And so I'm going to skedaddle. And thank you all very much again. And thank you, Black Queen, for being so supportive to Royal Sussex. I will see you all tomorrow. Love you guys. And remember, no bad energy. Kerfuffle. Where'd you bring that word out? Kerfuffle. I can't even say it. Kerfuffle. 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 See, if I think about it too much, I can't say it. But anyway, thank you very much.
Bye.